Today I'm going to be making a mini nuke. Now, this is out of the Fallout series, everyone's seen them, so there's no real point introducing it, but this is an approximation of one I made 5 years ago. It's actually, it does the job. If you put this in a Fat Man prop, it does the job. It looks okay on a shelf, and this is better than the original, because the original was worse. The original literally just was like painted this colour, none of the paint damage around there, and we didn't have any of this detailing, or even the nose wasn't red. And I literally just like put nuclear radiation symbols on the side, and that was it. So long ago now. But, well, wow, I lost my train of thought there. So the technique that I used to make this originally was pretty decent, but it just, you know, I can do better than this now. So, fortunately at the time, I bought more of them. Now, this is what this is made out of. At this point, you can see it very obviously. But I'm just going to be ripping this apart this time. So to start off with, I'm just going to be dismantling it. Now, these bits on the side are a pair of whistles. So when you throw it, it makes a whistling noise. Wow, okay, I tore that one to shreds. But literally throw it, she goes... There you go. That's what you're getting. But when you tear them out, it leaves that hole in the side. And I'm going to need to get rid of that. But, I mean, it's facing the camera there, and I've got the light right on it, so it's just showing the old solution. And I never had a problem with that old solution. It did nothing. Come on, get out. Chew on that. I don't know where it was glued with, but it wasn't hot glue. So there you go. It's just been glued into the foam for years. So they're mostly plastic. They can be chucked in for recycling. So next up, I'm going to turn on my hot glue gun. Woo! Got it eventually. Right. So next up, I'm going to take the tail fin off. So separate that off. Now last time I used this as a support because I didn't have any materials for making this, but this is basically like CF80 for EVA foam, so it's just 5mm EVA. And if there's something I have plenty of around here, it's 5mm EVA foam. So just pull them off. Sorry to the quality control person who passed this. Okay, and pull out the rod at the back. Now I'm guessing that's just a plastic rod, but yeah. More junk. And now I have, well, I essentially have a football at this point. Does it stand? No, it doesn't. So, what I'm going to need is to make this into a mini nuke, or at least something that looks like one. Okay, that's like 10 mil foam. I'm just going for the boxes behind me, looking for the best stuff that I can use. Right. So I'm going to plug the ends up. Last time I did it, I used... me trying to remember what I did last time. It's been a while. Okay, last time I did this, it was 1 mil craft foam, basically. It's the type of stuff you get from general shops. They'll sell for children. That's very much what I was using. But now we're at slightly different levels, so... I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, again, still good enough. I will continue to say that's good enough. It is pretty good. So let's do some measuring, because we need just about 2.5 centimeters. Now this is 5 mils, yeah, 45, I think. It's basically craft foam, but it's much thicker. And hopefully that'll solve some of the issues that I had last time. Now I'm just going to attempt to whittle it down so that it ends up around the right diameter. Okay, just like that, a little bung for the bottom. So that's fine. And now I need to make one for each of these sides. Let's bring in my glue. Yeah. See, before when I was filming, it was like this area was filmable. And I keep on forgetting the fact that when I'm picking gross bits off it, you can now see it. Oh wow, wouldn't it be useful to have something the exact size to do the markings with? Now I'm not going to be using this for the fin arrangement on the back because I don't want to. There you go, that's good enough reason. So that's one little one. Just a little bit more. Okay. Let's put a little bit of hot glue around here. Just need to seal up the end and we're all good. I mean, it just stops having the big hole in it because, you know. there's another one. Again, it doesn't look the best, but once all the paint's on and everything else is done, you just don't notice these things. And there you go. It's now mostly it's now as sealed up as it's ever gonna be. So sealed up that end and sealed up down there. Now it still may look a bit too football shaped for mini Nuke, but that's just it doesn't matter. So, next up, this again, wall repair paper, or, yeah, this is actually wall repair wallpaper. So, I've got to chuck 4 fins on this thing, and, well, I need the angles of the side of the bomb, which this is perfect for, because that is the exact angles of the side. And because it's mass produced, they'll all be the same. So start off there. So we now know that this bit is the right angle. Now, if I didn't say this beforehand, reference pictures are important. So, there, well, that's literally just a reference picture, so. Down like that, and if we put it on like this, so we cut there on the new line. I think it should go out a little bit further, so about that distance. So you know, I'm glad I left that little bit extra there. And it needs to, yeah, it does need to drop down about that far too. So basically it cuts off at that line and somewhere around that. And we get 4 of them like that. So if we move them up a little bit, like that. So we just need 4 of those. Now this prototyping paper is brilliant for the fact you can do nonsense like that. Yeah. Now you might recognise the foam. This is the same stuff I make my armour out of and everything else. As you can see, I'm quite sure that's part of my last project. This definitely is. just trace it on like this. You get a good mark for it. Like that. Now I need 4 of them, so we just keep marking until we've got 4. And cut. So that's up to 2. When I'm doing these, I try to stick to the little offcuts so that I'm not wasting, and you know, next time I want to do a big project, I can just use the big bits for a big project. Just drop it there. So I'm just going to put that aside because I'm going to need it more later. I wonder what got me. There shouldn't have been anything there that was sharp. Okay, so that's 3 of them. They may require a little bit of modification, but they'll come on. There. Is that good enough? Yeah, that'll do. Just be careful, get them at 90 degrees. I'm still required to tell you not to touch the hot glue. again, when heating this stuff, you should be working in a well-ventilated area. And if you're wondering, yes, I have the door open. Like, into the rest of the house, not outside. I don't trust my neighbours that much. And I'm just judging these by eye. If you want to do it properly and do a good job of this, you know, draw a circle at the right distance and make sure that none of it's... Oh wow, okay, my foam's a bit warped. It's okay if they're a little bit off for now. So the next section up is a little ring that goes around the center. See, in the actual design there's a little ring that goes in there, and I'm betting this will be more than enough to do it. I was right. Now I'm gonna, this project shouldn't involve heating anything, so I'm not that worried about the you know, emissions from this stuff, but still, everyone will say heat it up with a hot air gun to get better bends and all the rest of that stuff. So, just in case you are given that advice, I will give the warning. So like that. And just let that dry. It won't be a perfect circle, but what about this gives anyone the idea of perfect? Now I think this will be too short. Yeah, I figured as much. Let's see if we can salvage a bit here, shall we? There you go. And now it's too big. So it ends up like that. I want to make this bit, I'm going to make it a little too long. Because, as I've always said, it's easier to cut away material than it is to add it. Yeah, like that. It's about right. So yeah. So yeah, this is the last component. I was just making sure. We don't want bits falling off, right? So glue it properly. So now we get this and stick it in the center. I mean, that's what I use that for so often, and why I use it like that. It's just a little bit more of a tiny bit. Just a little bit more on there. And it holds it even while it's in this state, so it's not bad. So next up, I need a strip, say 5 centimeters long. Wow, you're going to make me use a good bit, aren't you? Can we get out of there? No, just shorts. Well, no, won't fit. So I'll just do it down the length of this blade bit because that's the easiest. So start off there, end up here. Then the whole thing is to be 5 centimeters long. Or 5 centimeters wide. Right. So that'll do. So where's my knives? There's a knife. I'll do. Okay, and up here. Says that's if this stuff was useful for sticking more than once, I would. Hey look, my old friend Non-Straight Lines is back. Well, it's good enough. Wow, okay, it is not. It's like there it ended up. Okay. I mean, again, it's too big. We knew that. what I need to do. Put that little bit with there. Decide what I'm doing. Now I just have to curve it round in a way that looks convincingly like a circle. Like that. Wow, no, it ends up like that, doesn't it? Okay. No. There you go. Turns out that's the best way to do it. Okay, so that's one. It's not one, is it? It's about the same, basically try to keep it around the same diameter. Okay. Wow, this base is going to be pretty beefy when it's done. No, do not leave a finger in the hot glue. That's a bad idea. Just cut that a little bit straighter, like that. Admittedly, this base's beefier than the last one, but it's also better, so... Yep, that fin would actually work for stabilization too. That's good. So now, of course, because that's not enough design work, there's cutouts in these things. Oopsie, it's that one. Wow, that went surprisingly well. Looking much more like it now. Now what we also need is a set of rings. So yeah, generally just follow them down to there. And after that everything screws. Well, here comes the incredibly light and soft craft foam. Where's my screw maker? My screw maker hasn't been used in a while, but I'll tell you what, I shouldn't be using that because that's the good stuff. I've got some really bad old stuff that I should be, well, bad in air quotes because it's still useful. I'm just calling it bad because it's really old stuff for me now, and like buying it in bulk like I do is far more efficient. So it's 1, 2, 3 I'll need. We have that for when we tool holes, so okay. There's so much noise over there because I keep on having to like reach into foam bins. It works. So we've got one ring. I know it doesn't look like there's actually a ring there and it doesn't look that good, but that's because it's right at the start. We'll be fine. Okay, so we are going to need one other for this. Okay, that should be good. This section, just go slowly. And there is one more ring to go on it, which is this one, which is going to go just under here. Just keep following it round. And then we've got our third ring. Now, if at any point it doesn't fit properly, I really want to joke and say despair and give up, but so it's getting better. One last look at the reference. So I'm going to say 8 on this ring, then 8 up here, and like 6 around this section. And we also need another like microscopically thin line on there. I imagine that's how thin they're all supposed to be, but I mean like that. Just run it round and we'll be fine. Oh wow, that was a mess. Oh, no. It's me. Stick to the prop, damn it. A little more. Now the question is, do I do them all? Because 5mm thick's going to be like really thick in comparison to how deep these screws are popping out. But 1mm's difficult to drill. I think I do them 1mm. No, that looks awful. Don't do that again. Okay, this is... I've tried this before. Let's go. Okay, that went straight through like there was nothing there. That size, don't I have a punch or something I could use? It was annoying me. Okay, so I need 16 of them and 4 bigger ones. Sorry, no, 6 bigger ones. Wow, you do not even cut well. Okay, that failed. So plan B. Why is there a size smaller? Somewhere I have a size smaller than this, I can't remember where it is. No, it's not in there. Just looking through my equipment, I can not figure out where that one size smaller is. Oh well, it's this one it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2, 3, 3, 5, 6. I only need 3 of them, didn't I? Oh, everyone makes mistakes. One set of screws. But cutting these in half would be really difficult. So I think I just cut them all out that size. They look okay. So, when they've got the solid edges, they look really bad, but with the frayed edges like this, they look okay. Three, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, I guess. I mean, it worked. Now I may just go over these with scissors at the end and cut them in half. They do look a bit too big and I'm not happy with it, but oh, and this one. Just got one. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. that section that I missed earlier and didn't realise. Now we can take that bit of tape off. So we need 4 times 4 is 16, and we have 3. So that means we need to produce 13. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now at this point you'll be getting a lot of spider webs because I'm getting a lot of them. Now it's just part of using hot glue, you get used to it. Let's do 3, 3, 4, 'How am I missing one? And last one. I can turn that off quite safely because we're done. Now I'm going to leave them as they are because that works, but these screws on top too thick. design-wise, it's a bit of an improvement, but I mean, it's going to need painting, right? But it works. It's a better, nicer design than last time. It's more accurate because I actually bothered doing the bottom properly. I think I've got it a little bit wider than it should have been, but a bit more wonky than it should have been because it does not stand up straight. I'm okay with that. It's all a little bit wrong. It's all like a little bit aiming off that way, but I mean, to throw at stuff, they'll be fine. It's got a bit of strength to it. It's not just falling apart. Yeah, I'm okay with it. So next time, because this isn't done yet, and I mean, that's where I'm stopping for today, I'm going to finish this and then, well, throw it at something? Yeah, throw it at something. Will be good. Okay. So, well, thanks for coming. Hope you enjoyed me making or doing a remake of an old project. And hopefully see you next time. Bye.